Is your bedtime one of relaxation and connection, or stress and frustration? Hi, I'm Stephanie, yoga therapist and life coach for moms who want to put on the brakes, slow things down a little bit so they can have a more present, grounded, joyful motherhood. And today we are going to be diving into bedtime routines, yours and your child's, beginning with your child. So starting with some reverse engineering. We often hear of this with some of our technical, some of our business strategies, but it also works with bedtime routines. So thinking about what time do you want your child to go to bed, and then working backwards from that. So it's coming up with the time and then checking in before bedtime routines even start, what needs to get done tonight? Asking your child, and depending on the age, these tips are mostly for a little older than the babies. Babies will be a separate video, but these are the children that maybe they're in school, they have activities. Right? What things need to get done? This way, when you're saying that final goodnight, giving that final kiss or hug goodnight, they don't all of a sudden say, "Oh, I didn't pick up my clothes for tomorrow," or "I need this sign," right? How many times does that happen? You get ready to say goodnight, and then all of a sudden they remember something that needs to get done right this moment. Right? So checking in earlier. What needs to get done? What is the typical things that they want? Is there anything special that needs to get done for tonight? Including them in on it. Right? Checking in, what are the typical things, the delays, the distractions that happen at bedtime? Is it you're getting ready to say goodnight and you realize the doll is in the living room? Or maybe they have an eye mask that's not there. Right? Having everything together and getting this ready before you even start tucking them in. Even with older kids, right? What is it you need? What is it you need to have in your room? This way they're not popping back out and trying to get things. It's finding a way that feels good, letting go of the perfection, right? The need for it to be perfect, especially if you're just starting with some of these routines. It's not going to be perfect. And it seems like as soon as we get it down, right, something changes, right? Maybe it's a change of seasons. Maybe it's, we're getting into, we're recording, or spring, getting ready to go into summer. So again, there's going to be some flexibility needed. Taking off that pressure that this needs to be perfect. Checking in on your intention. Do you want it to be one of, again, relaxation, connection? Just reminding yourselves when those hiccups come up, which we know they're going to happen. Take a deep breath in. I'm creating connection with my child, right? This is for relaxation. You're just reminding yourself that, letting your breath be your anchor, letting those words, those affirmations, be an anchor for you as you're setting up these routines, maybe getting back into them. And for connection, and checking in with your child. How do they want to connect with you? Where do you feel that strongest connection? Is it in some extra snuggles at nighttime? Maybe your child loves to snuggle a little longer. And adding that in, so when you're reverse engineering, you add time in for that snuggles. We're going to start going to bed a little earlier, not to sleep, but to have some time to snuggle. Maybe it's having a time for prayer at night. You want to have a time to pray with your child. Again, putting that in, allowing for it so it doesn't slip. Maybe it's time for gratitude, just thinking, what am I grateful for today? And you're both having a chance to share. Maybe it's journaling on it. Maybe it's just a few minutes to journal. My daughter and I, we used to journal at bedtime together, just for a few minutes. Maybe it's a time for a story. We often think of stories just for little ones, but sometimes even as they get older, they like a story. Picking out a book together, making it a special time where you read, you curl up together, whatever feels good. Again, you know your child best. Find what feels good for them. Include them in on it. Again, so that bedtime can be a time to just relax, to connect, to enjoy it together, to send our kiddos off with sweet dreams. And then from this, segueing into your bedtime routine, right? So maybe you've tucked your child in. When is it that you're ready to go to bed? Reverse engineering for that, what things need to get done. Maybe you're already kind of calm with your child, so you want to go to bed a little sooner. What is it that you need so that you can feel relaxed? and connect with yourself, maybe unwind from the day, setting yourself up for the next day. Maybe just taking a couple of notes, journaling on your day, setting yourself up for the next. I was working with a client and we were creating relaxation boxes. Just a box that she can pull out at night that has her an eye mask in it, her journal, little spray, a book, just things that help her to relax. Maybe lotion, special lotion she can put on, right, chapstick, just getting all those things in one spot so that, again, when you're ready for bed, you can pull it out and just everything is there. You don't have to run around looking for things. Checking on what are the non-negotiables. Maybe your non-negotiable for you is I do not want technology after X time. Maybe the bedtime you're a little looser on, depending on the night. Maybe what you're using, from your relaxation box can be a little bit more fluid. Right. Checking in with you. I'm not going to sign up for any events that are going to keep me out past this time. Right? Maybe that's a non-negotiable. Maybe that's a looser boundary for you. Find what feels good, again, so that you can relax. You can just, again, have that time for yourself to connect, to unwind without the pressure, without the stress of it having to be perfect, without feeling like you're breaking the rules, without making it feel like it's another chore that has to get done. Again, finding what feels good for you. And again, recognizing it may change. It may change a little bit from the weekends, but also in the seasons. As your children grow, as you change into a new season, as new projects come up, right? Find what feels good for you. I hope you found these helpful. I'd love to hear from you. What is something that you absolutely love about your bedtime routine or something you want to bring into your bedtime routine? Feel free to share in the comments below. Reach out to me if there's any questions that I can support you with. If you like this video, I invite you to subscribe so you get the latest updates. I also have a little booklet, just ways to reduce stress in motherhood. I invite you to sign up for that. Again, thank you so much for making the time to watch, to put some of these practices into place. From my mama's heart to yours, thank you.